Thank goodness for the Los Angeles Rams. No, honestly, thank goodness that Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald got it all done in the final moments of Super Bowl 56, because it has saved us from listening to this completely different narrative if the Bengals had won. One of them being the underdogs, one of this being a Cinderella story, which, quite frankly, couldn't be further from the truth in part. Okay, even we fell for this trap. Our playoff predictor gave the Bengals just a 1.94% chance of winning the Super Bowl at the start of the playoffs. And even coming into the big game, our win prediction only gave the Bengals a 13% chance of getting their hands on the Vince Lombardi trophy. So yeah, even we were equally as guilty of feeding into this underdog narrative. But in reality, we should really take the game for what it was. Vegas made the Rams a 4-point favourite, and of course the Rams would go on to win by just 3 points. So at least they knew what they were in for, rather than this mass underdogs trying to win against all odds. And that really racks itself up when we compare it to recent Super Bowl successes, because you're going to have to forgive me, if you had watched the leading coverage to this game, all you would think is that the Rams' quality on the field was far surpassing anything that Zach Taylor had in his Bengals outfit. But with the use of our adjusted team rating model, looking back over the past 30 Super Bowls, this was actually the 8th closest the two teams have been heading into the game, according to our model, with just 2.47 points separating the two franchises, so nowhere near the one-sided encounter that was expected. So that has undoubtedly got you thinking, hasn't it? What is the greatest separation, according to our model, of two teams over the last 30 Super Bowls? Well, it probably won't surprise you that it's actually the real greatest shock in Super Bowl history. The 18-0 Patriots, with the highest adjusted team rating of any conference champion over the past 30 years at 21.7, being downed by the New York Giants, who only had a 3.1 rating coming into the match. An incredible 18.6 points difference between the two sides, or rather 7 times the gap that we saw between two teams at SoFi Stadium. But back then, of course, we could rely on Eli Manning for the go-ahead score with 35 seconds in what was the 3rd biggest upset in Super Bowl history in terms of point spread, with the Pats favoured by 12.5. In fact, New England will feature in all 3 of the most one-sided contests according to our model over the past 30 Super Bowls, and even got to go into Super Bowl 31 as the underdogs with just a 5.6 rating. It's just that they ran into the behemoth Green Bay Packers as Brett Favre secured his only ring thanks to a collection of record-breaking moments, including an at-the-time longest touchdown pass to Antonio Freeman of 81 yards, Desmond Howard's 99-yard kickoff return, and Reggie White's 3 sacks of Drew Bledsoe on a day he was intercepted 4 times. And just to prove that I'm not out for you Patriots fans, because we have seen you go into the Super Bowl as the heavy favourites and lose, and we've also seen you go into the Super Bowl as heavy underdogs and lose. Well, 20 years ago, at Super Bowl 36, you went into it as the underdogs and won, because of course, this was the start of the Tom Brady revolution, as their 5.9 rated outfit slowed down the St. Louis Rams and the greatest show on turf, or at least the 3rd greatest show on turf, according to our rankings in the past 30 years, as they registered 16.0. But again, as we would see many times over the coming years, nothing could seemingly stop a last-minute Brady drive, resulting in a field goal and a ring being placed on a finger. Probably in time, this Super Bowl is going to fall in line with the rest of the event's history. Maybe Donald's final play is going to make its way onto a few montages for a few years to come. But at least we have been saved from that Cinderella storyline by that Hollywood ending.